Welcome back to Orlando Matters. I'm Keith Landry, and we are continuing our conversation with economist and financial planner Jason Edwards. And we're talking about this, about all the partisanship up until the election, and this renewed possible spirit of bipartisanship to at least get this done. The thing that troubles me the most of it is if they have so much trouble finding a solution to $700 billion, imagine the Herculean task of $16 trillion in national debt.
Yeah.
What will it realistically take to ever address that in a way that's effective?
Well, the biggest issue, and the reason that's become such almost an insurmountable mountain, is because what's going to happen now? What's going to happen is they're eventually going to do what they call a kick-the-can approach. January 1 comes, and there'll be some type of, resolution, but it won't really address the issue. It'll sort of move it down to 2013-14. And every time you do that, that number continues to get larger.
Right.
I think the bigger issue and the bigger approach is to be honest both with your viewers and us as the American people and say this could take 10 years.
Yeah.
But then start to put the steps in place. You know, again, I used the earlier analogy of running a race or doing anything you're not used to doing. If you went from 0 to 60 and tried to run a marathon the following day, you wouldn't be successful. But if you walked first and then you sort of jogged and then you ran, with time you'd be able to hit your goals. So I think you're looking at a realistic approach of 10 years, of fiscal discipline, of reducing the expenses and what the government spends, and reducing some of the programs that financially aren't needed. Some of that pork belly we hear about all the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that $16 trillion number is so large that it's truly an astonishing number. I'm curious to know if 10 years would get it done.
Yeah, that's a great question. And see, one thing we tell our clients at our firm is you really can't fixate on what the government's doing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, outside of the elections, there's not much else you can do.
Yeah.
So we try to help them prepare or position themselves for dealing with what's going on. The big issue right now, and why you're seeing so much volatility, particularly in the stock market, is there's no playing field yet. There's a lot of uncertainty.
Right.
So that makes it even more challenging for you to try to forecast or deal with what could happen. Does capital gains go up? Do dividends go up? Does ordinary income go up? The list goes on and on.